to share with you the opportunity. So if you have any questions, please save your questions for the end. We'll be happy to answer it. And can I get everyone to maybe silence their cell phones so we're not disturbing the presenter? Dad?
I'm doing that.
They just cooperated.
We got a Go Javita sign right there.
I love it.
Yeah, right here.
Fan club in the corner. In here too. I've never had fans like this.
Okay, I'm going to hand this over to Erica, and she's going to present. So thank you very much for coming again.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I hope I'm not too loud. I got a chance to, I think, introduce myself to mostly everyone in the room. I'll just tell you a little bit more about myself. Obviously, my name's Erica. I am a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I'm actually specifically a neurosurgery nurse at Stanford. So my main type of nursing is brain surgery and back surgery and other types of surgery. So that's my main area of expertise. I actually joined Javita back in May. I had a nurse of mine had come up to me. She said, "Hey, Erica, you really need to hear about this coffee and this tea. You should try it out." And I said, "You know what? I don't drink coffee. I don't really want to hear anything about what you have to say, but you're my friend, so I'll drink some tea." So I went, and it was actually hosted in San Jose, and I went over and I heard about all of the health benefits that this coffee and tea is offering people. And I said, oh my gosh, this is going to change the world. It's going to change the community and its health entirely. So I'm in. Joined in right away, and since then I've had lots of success myself, and also lots of testimonials from other people that I'll share within the company. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started with our CEO and our founder. His name is Stan Charlstein. It's going to be a brief little video. He's going to give you just a basic brief description about the company Javita, and then we'll continue on from there, okay? Here we go. Can you hear it? I think the voice is, the volume is off.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Javita Coffee
There
Company.
you go.
I would like to thank you for taking the time to look at our company. Javita is a premium brand of high-quality instant coffees distributed exclusively through direct selling, or also known as person-to-person marketing. We are headquartered in Boca Raton, Florida, and have been in business since 2011. The name Javita comes from a combination of two words. Java, which is a term used for coffee, and Vita, which is the Latin word for life. A very appropriate name for a company striving to help people live healthier and better lives. In fact, our mission is to positively change people's lives one cup at a time. The management team here at Javita has many years of experience building and managing direct sales companies. This includes previously working for one of the largest nutritional supplement companies in North America. Together, we combine 100 years of executive experience in the direct selling industry, and Javita will be our biggest success story yet. Javita is a fundamentally strong company. We are 100% debt-free and well-capitalized. Our infrastructure is 100% owned, which includes our corporate headquarters and our entire global IT network. Our company is truly built to last. So why coffee? Well, there are two reasons. One of the wealthiest men in the world, Warren Buffett, says, if you want to be successful, start a business in a large market and just take a small share. This is exactly what we are doing at Javita. Let me expand. Because our products are helping people lose weight, we are looking to take a small share of the $100 billion weight loss market. Combine this with the $120 billion global coffee market, and we are truly following Mr. Buffett's advice by looking to take a small share in markets that have combined annual sales in excess of $200 billion. The second powerful reason why coffee makes so much sense is simple. Half the planet already drinks coffee. If you ask a coffee drinker how many more years they plan on drinking coffee, and they will answer you, for the rest of my life. Coffee is just not a fad product. It will never, ever go away. There will always be people drinking coffee, and we want it to be Javita coffee. This is exactly the type of market we are participating in and the type of business opportunity we offer you. Javita's vision is to help millions of people become healthier and wealthier by simply changing their cup of coffee to Javita coffee. With our experienced team, rock-solid infrastructure, financial strength, and our unique global product that billions of people are already drinking every day, we are building a brand that will achieve our vision of becoming a great global company, changing people's lives by simply changing their coffee. Thank you for taking a look at Javita.
So, I know, great video, right? So grateful. Stan actually met him, I think it was last week. We hit it off, we're hanging out. Nothing more rewarding than be able to just hang out and be friendly with the CEO and the president of the company. He's definitely a very nice person. So let's go ahead and go and talk about more about the herbs and why coffee. So, why coffee and tea? This is why I'm so excited. As he said in the video, coffee itself is a $120 billion market. Weight loss is another $100 billion market, and tea is another $100 billion market. You combine that, $320 billion market, you can tell that we're in the right business. There's lots of potential for growth in a company when you are tapped into those kind of numbers. So coffee and tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world. What do you guys think the number one beverage is? It's not vodka, it's not sake. What do you think it might be? Anybody? Soda? No, it's water. So after water, coffee and tea, think about it. Anytime you go to a restaurant, what do they offer you? Water, coffee, tea, right off the bat, right? So everyone all over the world, we're drinking coffee and tea. So definitely very popular. Coffee is actually, it says the second most traded commodity here on my slide, but it's actually the first now. It fluctuates back and forth with oil. So you know this is something that's here to stay. The whole world is not going to stop trading and wanting to access coffee, okay? Billions of cups of coffee are consumed worldwide. All cultures, all ages, everyone's drinking it. They're drinking every day. And if I asked you to stop, most people who are true coffee and tea drinkers, they're not going to stop. It's part of their routine. They're doing it every single day. So it's definitely very exciting stuff. We're in a right industry that has a huge market for growth and global potential. So, product strategy. Our coffee and our tea, our coffee itself is grown, state-grown in South America. It's Robusta and Arabica beans. I don't know if you guys have heard of those, but Pete's, Starbucks, McDonald's, after they introduced those coffee beans into their coffee, their product, everything went up. They started making a lot more money just by introducing that. Our green tea, it's award-winning Japanese sencha tea. It's from the area in Japan, I think it's called Shizuoka. It's the Napa Valley of green tea. If you want good wine, you're gonna go to Napa Valley here. You want excellent green tea, you're gonna go to this area of Japan to access this green tea. So we get our beans from South America, our green tea from Japan, and then we manufacture it here in the US. All of our products, they're infused with natural herbs, which I'll go into great details later. These herbs, they are kosher certified, they're gluten-free, which if you guys know anything about kosher certification, it's a step above organic. It's so pure, it dissolves in hot and cold water, as you guys have tested it today. It's so delicious. And what's different about us is that we actually have those single serving sticks, if you guys tried. So this makes it so easy and convenient. You can take it anywhere around the world. As long as you have water, hot or cold, you have just a bottle of water, shake it up, and you have your coffee. So it's something that it's easy to maintain, it's easy to follow through with, and it's not thinking, okay, well, I gotta make coffee for today, it's gonna go bad. Whenever you're ready for it, you have it on the go. So traveling on the airplane, wherever you're at, you have it ready. This is not something that's new. Instant coffee is not new. It's not a new trend. It's been around for quite some time. As a matter of fact, as you see the numbers here, we have about 63% in Europe that actually consume instant coffee. In Asia, 80%, and then here in the US, we're getting closer. We're consuming 40%. Why? Because it's delicious, it's easy, and it's the way of the future. Everybody wants convenience, right? but to have the convenience with these added benefits, that's why we're so excited about our product. So I'm going to talk about Dr. Oz here. I don't know if you guys know anything about Dr. Oz. He actually is not promoting Javita itself. The reason why we do a video clip is because he actually explains the benefits of this one particular herb, Garcinia cambogia, that we have in our coffee. And he does a really good job explaining it to everybody so that we understand why it's such a great product, okay? So here we go. Let's hear what Dr. Oz has to say.
From African mango to green coffee, it's the most talked about topic. Everybody wants to know, what's the newest, fastest fat buster? You've been stopping me on the street, emailing me, even my family is asking the same question. How can I burn fat without spending every waking moment exercising and dieting? I just don't have any time to put in more effort. Well, thanks to brand new scientific research, I can tell you about a revolutionary fat buster. You're hearing it here first. It's called Garcinia cambogia, a pumpkin-shaped fruit that grows in Southeast Asia and India. And it just might be the most exciting breakthrough in natural weight loss to date. Revolutionary new research says it could be the magic ingredient that lets you lose weight without diet or exercise. Dr. Harry Bruce is at the forefront of the research.
The ideal weight loss program is one in which you lose fat and you retain your muscle or even build it. With Garcinia, we can make that happen. I tell women, look at your dress size. If your figure is getting much smaller, that's exactly what you want.
Garcinia is an exceptionally effective fat buster. It inhibits the production of fat in the body, and when the body's not making fat, it's burning fat.
Could Garcinia cambogia be the fat-busting breakthrough you've been waiting for? Dr. Julie Chen, a California internist with a fellowship training in integrative medicine, is here with more on this discovery. So educate us a bit about Garcinia cambogia. What makes it so special?
Well, you know, there's a lot of expensive supplements out there for weight loss. And what I love about this product is it's one of the least expensive out there for people to use. And it's actually been seen in studies to help increase weight loss by 2 to 3 times what people would naturally lose with just diet and exercise alone. And they've been able to isolate this compound from the rind of the fruit and made it into a capsule for people to take more easily.
I'm stunned that I hadn't heard of it earlier, but let me educate you all a little bit about what I do know about it. So it comes from a fruit.
Yes.
As Dr. Chen mentioned, it's the tamarind fruit. You've probably heard of the tamarind fruit. It's a pumpkin-shaped fruit. It's used in cooking. You find it in chutney sauces, it's in soup preparations, a lot of traditional medicinal uses for it. The sour flavors are said to aid in digestion. So it's been around for a long time, which makes me comfortable, a little bit more comfortable anyway, in safety. Go through the research for me a little bit on this. How much weight would the average woman expect to lose if she were to use this for a month, for example?
On average, about 4 pounds, but you know, I'm a big proponent of healthy lifestyle, so I always recommend diet and exercise with it, and if people take the supplements with it, they actually will lose about 2 to 3 times what they normally would lose with just the diet and exercise.
And walk me through how it works.
So it actually is great, not just for weight loss, which is important, but it's also great for emotional eaters because there's an increase in serotonin in the studies. For patients, so their sleep and mood is better. It helps to suppress appetite, and it helps to block fat from being made. And it helps to kind of manage the stress hormone called cortisol. So a lot of the times the patients will notice that there's a decrease in the belly fat.
Explain to me how it's different from all the other weight loss supplements that I've heard of in the past. What is it most of our audience knows about?
Well, I think it's great because it's like a dual action fat buster because it suppresses appetite and it helps to prevent fat from being made in the body and moves it towards glycogen, which is actually an energy source for the muscles to burn when you exercise.
Okay. That's the current state of a lot of us. Garcinia cambogia blocks that enzyme that converts the sugar that Dr. Chen was pouring in into the fat that your fat cells will absorb. So what does it do? Effectively, it uncorks the pathway that allows you to turn that sugar into energy. And by doing that, by doing that, your fat cells can begin to shrink out their material, convert it into energy. Go ahead and pour that in. Now, even if you eat sugar, you're capped this off, so you are unable, because of the Garcinia, to make more of that fat cell. And so you end up with this scenario. That's why this research is so superb and interesting to me. because it makes me think differently about how your liver converts sugar into fat and how it can now convert it into energy. Why is it so special for you?
Well, it's really important because a lot of patients early on want to just see the numbers go down on the scale, but that's not necessarily what's important at the beginning because there's a body composition change. There's a recent study that actually looks at patients where they took the Garcinia cambogia and they saw an increase in the actual lean muscle mass and decrease in fat. And that's important because muscle burns about 30 to 50 calories per day and fat only about 3. And so if you're actually getting more of the lean muscle mass fill and less of the fat, you're more of a fat busting machine yourself.
Think about that, folks. Instead of focusing on the weight, you can now focus on your dress size. You can focus on your waist size, the things that we actually should be caring about. You'll look better because you got more of that muscle mass because your energy is being used to build muscle rather than build fat. So Dr. Chen, the big question I'll ask you as an intern who takes care of patients.
Yes.
Do you recommend this to your patients?
I do primarily because it's got other health benefits. That's extremely important to me because we're not looking at just weight loss, but overall health improvement. And they saw in the studies that patients had actually a decrease in total cholesterol, triglycerides, LDL, somewhere between 10 to 30%, and an improvement in HDL, which is the good cholesterol. And they thought that potentially patients who are obese had some improvement in insulin resistance and leptin resistance, which are hormones that actually help us to eat less and be more at normal weight.
In many ways, it's the holy grail.
Isn't that exciting, guys? I
Yeah.
remember seeing that video, and after I saw that video, I said, ooh, I gotta get a hold of some of those pills. And I tried it, and then I was like, well, nothing's really happening to me. And then I realized that it's because it's in pill form, and I'm not taking it consistently. Why? Because it's something different in your regimen. And that's what's different about our products. We have products that are actually infused with these herbs, okay? And when it's infused, the moment you drink it, it's gonna go all the way through your bloodstream and you're gonna get full 100% effects of these herbs. It doesn't have to go through your digestive tract and cut down at maybe 50% of its effectiveness. You're gonna get that effectiveness right away. So let me actually go into each individual product and all the herbs that it has, okay? So our very first product that Javita introduced is what we call our Smart Coffee. This is our Energy and Mind Coffee. This coffee is, of course, the Arabica Robusta beans, and it also has 3 different herbs to it. I don't know if you guys tried it, but it actually has green tea in it, and it really is beneficial. We already know all the benefits of green tea, but some of the other things that it has here is Bacopa monieri and Gotu kola. Now these are herbs that have been around in Ayurvedic medicine for hundreds of years. These have been herbs that monks actually have been taking Gotu kola for many, many hundreds of years to help with their concentration, their clarity, and longevity. Bacopa monieri, it strengthens the brain and boosts the memory. This also helps in serotonin levels. It reduces anxiety. It helps with depression. I remember speaking to someone about, a family member that is, on depression and on antidepressant meds. And by taking this, it's been able to help boost their mood and get them in a better mood. And a lot of times that's all you need to maybe walk outside the door, have a little exercise, or what have you. This Energy in Mind is brilliant. We have families that are giving it to their family members that have Alzheimer's. We have kids with autism that have this parrot talking, that once they've actually tried this product, they're no longer parrot talking. We have kids with ADHD and ADD that are taking pills all the time just so that they can focus in school, like Adderall or Ritalin. We have desperate parents that are giving this coffee to their kids and they're saying, hey, I'm gonna try anything possible. They talk to their pediatrician to say, hey, is this okay to use on my kid? Pediatricians are saying, it's just coffee, this is natural stuff. And when you have the option, and sometimes you think, oh, I don't know if I wanna give my child coffee versus a chemical drug, you're gonna try to something natural, right? And you have actually cultures all over the world that have children that are drinking coffee. After they're done with their milk, it's like, here's a cup of coffee. Like, they get started. It's definitely something different here in the US. It's not our norm. But it definitely is something that is helping a lot of kids and making parents just super excited about this product. Our next product here is Burn and Control. This is what we like to call our skinny coffee. It's doing exactly what it says, burning the fat and controlling and suppressing your appetite. It helps provide the sustained energy throughout the day. It's not this jolt of energy right immediately and then you crash. It's, throughout the day, sustained energy. So this has what Dr. Oz was talking about. It's got the Garcinia cambogia in it. Okay, so as you saw in the video, the Garcinia cambogia prevents carbs from being stored as fat, and instead it helps it convert into energy. And like I said, because this is in the powder form within the coffee, you're able to digest it right away and get in your bloodstream and get full benefits of it right away. It's also combined with yerba mate. Now this is an herb that's also been around in Ayurvedic medicine for hundreds of years. This enhances also the fat burning, increases the caloric burn rate, and along with giving you that sustained energy as well. A lot of times we have people saying, hey, I'm drinking this, it's carbing my appetite, but then I'm still hungry again. Well, it's because your body is now working more efficiently. Your metabolism is increasing. Your increased caloric burn rate, like you are burning through the calories that you consume. So you have to still eat. This is not something that you say, oh, I don't have to eat anymore, I'm suppressed appetite. You have to still eat because your metabolism is increasing, you're burning through. So definitely a very exciting product. It's actually been a game changer when someone says, what, you have weight loss coffee? What are you talking about? Because there's lots of instant coffees out there, but nothing offers this type of benefit. All right, Lean and Green. This is the product that had me join in right away. The moment I saw this, because obviously I was not a coffee drinker, I was a tea drinker, I said, oh my gosh, this green tea, I already know that green tea is really healthy for you, but it helps support healthy blood sugar levels. Right away I thought, this is gonna change the community and all our diabetics, right? I mean, how amazing is it to have something that you drink already every day to be able to control your blood sugar levels, to get it within a good range. Your A1C scores are improving. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna test it on myself. I'm gonna test it on my mom. My mom is actually borderline diabetic. Her doctor put her on metformin. And I said, Mom, I don't really know if you should be, taking this medication if you're not truly diabetic. I realize you're trying to prevent, but let's see what we can do. Let's have you drink this green tea. So sure enough, I know her A1C score is on a higher level of normal, but I said, let's see how you're doing. So she's been drinking this green tea, and her A1C has improved. And I've done it for myself. Although I was in normal range, I'm in the better side of normal range. So I've had testimonials after testimonials where you have, I keep calling them patients, but clients, because my nurse mind, that's how I think, that have diabetes, type 2 and type 1, and they're saying they're having excellent results with this green tea. So it's definitely a game changer. That's why I'm so excited, to hear about patients or clients that have diabetes, to see how this actually works for you. And the reason being is not only Garcinia cambogia helps with, like we said before, decreasing the belly fat and helping with the weight loss, but also you have the Gymnema sylvestre. That's really big with balancing that blood sugar. And also helps as a sweetness inhibitor. So if you're really big on sweets, it should help you cut back on wanting to go reach for that extra piece of cake. So definitely a really exciting product. And to be able to take that without having to change your daily routine, without having to add another pill or another vitamin, if it's something you're already doing every day, you're not changing your routine. So you're gonna be consistent with it. So here's just a little bit of research. I have tons of research, but I didn't put it all on here because it's countless. But I'm really big at finding evidence-based practice research. As a nurse, it's definitely something that we like to promote. But here's just a quote here from the Journal of Diabetes, and this was reported by Harvard Medical School. This is specific with just coffee. The reason why I pointed this out is because a lot of times people are saying, oh, I don't know about coffee, sometimes coffee gets a bad rap. Well, coffee actually has a lot of benefits just within itself. And here it says, having 6 or more cups of coffee a day can slash a man's risk of type 2 diabetes by 54%. And that's from, like I said, the Journal of Diabetes. So many studies, many testimonials, but a lot of research that shows that coffee is indeed a really good an ingredient. So here's something else that I want to talk about is our hot chocolate. This is actually coming out in the fall. We're really excited about this. This hot chocolate is exactly like our Energy and Mind coffee. But this is going to be a game changer for our children because now we get to introduce this to the kids that they might not like the taste of coffee, or you may not feel comfortable giving them coffee. Well, they're going to love this hot chocolate. They're going to be able to stay focused in class. You know, I have a lady, like I said a couple weeks ago, that she told me, you know, my son has ADD, ADHD, I don't know what else to do. I said, hey, I kind of actually have something for you. I actually had her start off on the coffee, and I told her about this hot chocolate. She says, my son, after drinking just that first day, that one stick of coffee, he was doing his homework, he was focused. She says that next day, he went to school, he got a great report card from his teacher, and he's never had that before. And that was just drinking it within the first couple of days. So this is going to do the same thing, but it's going to be that hot chocolate that the kids like. So it's going to be a really big game changer for everyone. Of course, adults, you can drink this too. But it's definitely going to reach out to the kids population. So we're excited about that. So let me show you a few things, just comparison. The hot cocoa, it's called Focus Fusion. So it's definitely a superior product. We have it comparable to two other popular hot chocolate brands out there. One that's in Whole Foods, and the other one is that Swiss Miss hot chocolate. So if you see in comparison to both, our product has less calories. It's got less calories from fat, less carbs, less sugar, and it's comparable with protein. So it's definitely a better option, and the reason why it's been taking so long is because hot cocoa is a little bit more temperamental than coffee. So it's taken a little while, but definitely coming out this fall. So we'll have to sign you guys up for it right away. So here's just a list at a glance, because like I said, I'm not going to quote all of the research that I've done, but between research, clinical trials, testimonials, these are all the things that I've heard and that I've read that our coffee with these herbs are doing for people. They are helping people with weight loss, with the sugar cravings, reducing risk of diabetes, improving brain function, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, rheumatoid arthritis, the pain with fibromyalgia, bipolar disorder, kids with autism. It's helping ward off stroke and cardiovascular disease. It's helping with post-traumatic stress disorder, irritable bowel, emotional eating, acid reflux, depression. We have some cancer patients that are feeling better. Ones that had history of breast and prostate cancer, we're warding off against those. Of course, ADD, ADHD, acne, psoriasis, spider veins, and much more. This is just everything in one slide. I can't fit it all, but this is just to show you there's so much research out there. These herbs are doing wonders for people. Here are a few testimonials here. Here's a before and after. His name is Chochi. He's actually lost 85 pounds in 1 year. He dropped 14 sizes and he's still losing weight, feeling really great. Here's another one. She's lost 25 pounds, 12 inches, and she's feeling great. Here is Carla. She is our blue diamond. I don't know if you guys know her. Remember, whoever members are here. She is really high up in our organization. She actually flew from Southern California to be with me yesterday. I had another party. Such a great woman. She's only been in this company for a year. Life-changing. She's lost a lot of weight. She's healthier. And on the business end of it, she's doing wonderful. And I'll tell you more about that later. I'll let you know a little bit more about how much she's making. These are some of her friends that she knows, family members. You see a lot of the before and afters. You see the one, I think, in the top corner. That's the young guy who suffers from autism, and he's the one that the parrot talking had stopped after he had the Energy in Mind. The other one below is the child with ADD and ADHD that now is having excellent report cards and is focused in school. And I think might have missed one. There was one more, I think the gentleman in the middle. I think that might be him. I might have the wrong picture, but he was the verge of almost just giving up. He had a lot of health issues, was on like 12 or 15 different medications. He was giving up, he was depressed. You know, I think he may have even been like liver failure or something like that. Like just a lot wrong with him. His daughter said, you know what, Dad, I really want you to try this coffee and tea. You got nothing to lose. He drank it after about 4 months. He's cut down on his medications in half. He now is looking forward to life, not only because he's lost a lot of weight, but he's healthier. He's out, he's walking around the block a little bit more, he's more engaged. Completely changed his life, and he's just so grateful for the product. Here is a nurse. Her name is Nurse Nettie. Her story is, she's been a nurse for many years. She actually was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had multiple surgeries, radiation, medication, and still after all that is really dealing with a lot of chronic muscle and joint pain, fatigue. She was introduced to Javita, and after that, she now is pain-free. She's not sure how it works, she says, but she still has to take medication because obviously, you know, cancer could come back. So she's on medication for that. And that medication was making her so tired and so drowsy and just made her feel like she didn't want to really participate in living her life. After this, now she feels like she's more comfortable, she's a lot more pain-free, she's off a lot of these medications, and she's now enjoying her life. This was the picture. The gentleman in the top left-hand corner, he's the one with all the medications now cut in half and now is looking forward to living life.